What up, I'm Rob Level, and first I want to thank you for watching this video because I know it's going to inspire you today. Today I'm going to talk to you about conquering fear. I've had to do this a lot, and it's changed my life. Now, let's get into it. Now, there's a couple major parts of my music career that were significantly difficult for me to overcome. There were these things that gave me this gut-wrenching feeling of anxiety, where as soon as I would start to even attempt it, my heart would race. I'd start breathing heavily. I'd get insanely nervous, and sometimes even I'd get uncontrollably shaky, and it would almost be to the point where you would think I would just choke and freeze from that level of fear. But now I know better, and I realize what fear really is. It's an acronym: false evidence appearing real. Think about it. I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna help you out here. And I know you're thinking, oh, this guy's turning things into acronyms. Oh, God. But check this out. This is really cool, because when I realized that it is false evidence appearing real, and you think about fear like this, you're gonna be able to conquer it every time. That's why this video is here to inspire you, all right? Let's think about it. Because it's crazy to think that as an undefeated battle rapper now that I am, that I look back and I see how the hardest fear to overcome was me rapping in front of other people. Now, I know what you're thinking, and if you know who I am, I think you also know what I'm talking about. And, sure, you can practice your ass off and you can think you're as amazing as you want to, but when you go to rap in front of a group of people, it is their turn to decide if you're actually as good as you think you are. And that makes you nervous as a muff. You know what I'm saying? So the pressure to not only perform, but then also perform good is suddenly this enormous boulder on your back. That it just didn't exist when you were feeling untouchable rapping alone at your house, or, performing in any way, shape, or form. It's just performing in front of people can be really, it can be stressful. It's fear, And it's crazy because I've won every single rap battle I've ever been involved in. Okay? But every single solitary time I had one, this anxiety was there. No matter how great my skills were, no matter what my record was, having to keep the winning streak just added a little more pieces of anxiety, because not only did I fear losing the battle, I feared losing my streak. But every time I entered a new battle, time after time, that anxiety slowly but surely dissipated. And it eventually turned into an easy to conquer tiny bit of anxiety. It's still there, but it got smaller, After I would start and just do it, that fear subsided, and I realized, starting is the hardest. That's the hardest part, right? So you just do it. Step out, do it. I saw an interview from Chris Brown where he said he has done almost 1,000 shows. And to this day, he still gets butterflies on his stomach before he steps out on stage. He's like, that's just how it is. And he said, if you don't, do you really care? Now think about what that tells us. It means that every single person on earth, even superstars who are the cockiest of the cocky, I say cock real weird there, they have this anxiety and this fear, He has the fear, and he has millions of diehard fans, millions of dollars, even after being at that level all over the radio, you name it. He still gets that anxiety. It's always going to be there. That's what I want you to realize. Fear is always going to be there to some degree. But on the other side of that fear, the other side of that is just passing it. It's success. Now, since we've already proven you cannot stop the anxiety in full, you can't stop it for good, but constantly beating the fear eventually makes the fear so minuscule and easy to overcome that you will be able to instantly do anything that you want to do without the fear affecting you. But to get to that point, to diminish it, you have to put yourself into those anxiety situations. You have to put yourself into those anxious situations and force yourself to overcome them, right? And it's not as hard as you think it is either. And here's why. The reason that we're scared is because the natural human inclination is to do what's easy, not to do what's hard. You will choose easy over hard. Every time you will choose doing work slowly over quickly. Every time you have to choose to move outside of your comfort zone to reach new zones. And the reasons our brains do this to us and choose the easy over the hard is because we're built for survival, not for society today. All your brain cares about from its hardwiring through all this evolution is that you are alive and you are going to survive, that you have food and that you are comfortable. Therefore, what is that? That is complacency. So if you could do something that's easy, it's like, yeah, cool, I'm surviving. Easy. Or I can take my time with this, not use much energy, I'm surviving. Your brain will do that. To be an evolved person, a next level person that is different from everybody else, you have to choose. Every time, choose to move outside your comfort zone to reach new zones. Every time you make the decision, you're actually battling against your evolutionary hardwiring. Think about it. You ever thought about that? You have to step outside your comfort zone. Check this out. I love thinking about this, right? The further you step outside of your comfort zone, the bigger your zone's circumference gets, because you walk out further and it gets larger. And eventually, there is nothing that will give you enough anxiety to stop you. Do you get that? So you'll get to a point where that's it. Start small. It will lead to big things. The circumference is gonna get bigger. You'll be unstoppable. Now, lastly, I personally believe that if you don't have that anxiety that we're talking about and that feeling in your gut, then you don't care enough. Think about that. I'm Rob Level. Keep watching these videos. I'm gonna keep inspiring you, all right? Keep hustling. I'll see you at the top.
Give me a Y, give me an E, give me an S. Yeah!
Did I get my money straight? Fill my grandma plate. Am I underpaid, deserving more breaks? Guilty. Did I break it up, cut and case the cuffs? Am I better now or because you in the dust? Guilty. Do I got a lot of regrets? Traded for the checks. Am I super stressed, thinking what's next? Guilty. Did I hit the lot, hit the mall, hit the shop, burn every single thing that I got? Guilty. Filthy, filthy.